My name's Dr. Ian Boardley, reader in sport and exercise psychology at the University of Birmingham. We're here today with the Clean Sport Alliance, who are running a project called Respect P. The Clean Sport Alliance is a coalition of 9 different organisations, a combination of academic institutions, but also national anti-doping organisations from across 6 European countries. And we're conducting a research project called Respect P at the moment, which is looking at the meaning of clean sport in parasport and with athlete support personnel.
The third Clean Sport Insight Forum has allowed us to bring together disability and non-disability sport participants from practitioner community, academic community and the athletes themselves to really engage in some critical conversations about matters that are important to them. Having that critical discussion, having multiple voices and perspectives heard is allow us to then make the right kinds of actions and changes within the sporting system to protect the integrity of sport and the welfare of our athletes.
The key takeaways from today for me were the fact that there should be more funding for research, especially when it comes to protecting para-athletes in terms of anti-doping, classification and boosting, but also increasing the education within these models. I feel like it's really important that for parasport to really progress to the heights of, say, the Olympic Games, that research needs to happen immediately, but also to make sure that athletes are also being engaged to make sure they're part of the process.
Clean sport is so much more than not doping. I think it's all about sort of integrity and making sure that you're playing by the rules, and it's about creating that culture, and I think that's something that's really coming away strong from this conference, is that actually clean sport is so much more than just that.
I think the national anti-doping organizations can use the experience of athletes for improve the controls and the education about anti-doping.
For me, the key point is just have a talk with each other about clean sport. It's just important to know the experiences from the athletes and also from the researchers, and that's where we can just improve our education in the National Anti-Doping Organization.
Yeah, so my key takeaway from today has been the collaborative nature of the work that's ongoing, and that we need to continue to build that to actually work together to achieve what is required in terms of clean sport for parasport athletes.
I think it's really important that we're sort of doing this work and extending this to parasport and athlete support personnel. One, because in parasport there are obviously some very unique and sort of aspects of clean sport that are not relevant to non-disabled sport. So some of the research that we've been doing so far, we're seeing the importance of classification and the potential for manipulation of classification as being an important issue amongst para-athletes. And also something else that's referred to as boosting, which is about stimulating the autonomic nervous system in athletes with spine injuries. So these issues are not ones that would be brought up unless we speak to para-athletes. And in terms of athlete support personnel, it's really important that we understand this group and what's important in terms of clean sport, because they've got real potential to influence clean sport and promote clean sport. But we're really interested in the sort of broad athlete support team, so the athlete support personnel right across sort of medics, psychologists, physiologists, nutritionists, for example, to understand all the different perspectives and how we can optimally support clean sport through athlete support personnel.